Yo, what's up guys, it's Francis GFX here, and today I have a Cinema4D tutorial. This is my fourth time doing this, either because it's been on for too long and I've just wasted time and don't want it on for too long. 6-7 minutes max. Right, we'll do this quickly. Sorry if I speak fast, it's not my fault, it's because I'm Scottish. Most people in Scotland do talk pretty fast to other people. Right, what I've got here is just text. This is for the guy, this is his name. He's not getting an image, it's just a tutorial and show him how it's done. Once I finish this, everything's getting deleted apart from the video. Obviously I'll be uploading it to YouTube. What you want to do first is bring in a text object or text whatever it is in Cinema4D R12, because I'm using release 11.5, which is one of the older ones, but this is the one where I've got my plugins and stuff. And what you want to do is them slightly different, right? No, not a massive difference, but it's slightly different. You might have a different layout from me. I'm near enough the end of this, when I'm doing my materials lighting, I'll bring a different layout so I can see what I'm doing. But what I do is get a text object, depth 120, align it in the middle, height 350, and the font I'm using is Cafe Nero M54. I'll put all the font stuff in the description. I'll say what software I'm using, obviously what release I'm using. So the effect that we're going for is for only if you can use a YouTube. It's a text effect, right? Cracked up text, reflections, stuff like that. Because I showed them that we're doing recruitment challenge. This is what I make it because I do graphic design. This is whatever, and I showed them that, so they liked it. And someone asked, how do you do that effect? Because he says he done it before, we can't remember how he done it. So here we go. Right, right, so what I do is, when you're doing it, use Thrausi 1.22. Just search it in, just type in Thrausi 4D and Google, you'll get his thingy. Look for Thrausi. It's a freebie, however you say it. It's a free plugin because he's got later versions. So what I do, right, is obviously own Thrausi. I'm going to change that, right, to 30. So if you're using the same text as me, the same depth, blah blah blah, it's like 20 at the most, right? Because the more pieces, the more ugly it looks. The less pieces, this is going to sound stupid, but the better look, the nicer it looks. What you want to do is make sure you've put your pieces in how many you want. The more, the longer it takes. The less, the quicker it takes. Just make sure you've got your text object highlighted and just break now. As you can see, it does it for me really quickly. Probably other people's is much faster, but hey, whatever, it's 8 seconds, right? Took 8 seconds just to do that, right? As you can see, text falls, pieces breaking off, stuff like that. But to get the effects as if you can see the cracks, and what you want to do is, the best way to do it, right, the best way I done it was bring in a cube, right? But it doesn't matter how thick it is, right? The width, height, make sure, well, this is the width, right? Make sure the width, I think this is the width, right? Make sure the width is like literally the length of the text and is placed roughly in the middle. If it's roughly in the middle of your text, and as you can see here, only slightly placed in a bit, so it gives it more of a pop out effect, like the one I just showed you at the start. Excuse me. When you render out, the text is just going to be inside the cube and it's not going to do nothing, so you can still see the cube when you render it. So what you want to do is go into right click the cube with the object and Cinema4D tags and go down to compositing. It's like a wee film thing, and what you want to do is scene by camera. So you scene by camera, then you don't see it. Then what you want to do is add in Cinema4D R11.5, it's a rigid body, right? So it's dynamics. Everybody knows how to do dynamics, surely. Just do that, and when you're in, just go one frame in front. Yeah, that's it, right? Saying that's that, right? That's what it's going to look like. But what you want to do now, also put it back. What you want to do is these are all your pieces, right? But that there is the inside one. There's two. There's inside and there's outside, right? But for this, right, we'll turn the specular up to. This is for good glossy settings. This is what I use, right? Width, put it as 10. Height, 10. This is in specular. Colour, doesn't really matter, but make sure it's nothing too dull. Make sure it's a nice, like, vibrant colour, nice and bright, not too dark, because the darker it is, the yucky it looks. Brightness, you want, no, not brightness. Reflection, you want to turn the brightness 15. You can put, most people put Fresnel, whatever it's called. Usually put on, just put it, say 5 or 10%. Doesn't make a difference, but I just think it makes render times longer. And what you want to do, see for the outside, you want to put it, you want to put it the same. See, it does it for every one of them. So, if you remember your settings for that, make sure you put them the same as the outside one as well. So it's just a case of going back and forth. So that's what 149. So 0, 149. Is it 149? Shit, 179. And that one's 255. Reflections is, I always remember my reflections because I always do the same. Fresnel, enough. Was it 10? I put that as. Yeah, it was 10. So 10, and the specular same as again. Height 90, width thingy there. Right. As you can see, it does do some shit like that, but you can see the reflections. That's what we want to do. Is just make sure reflections seen by make sure everything's unticked for the scene by camera. I didn't know I did that, but that's what it does, right? So you can't see it. Next way what I do, right, I'm going to go into my startup now, but if you've got lights, this is a quicker way to do it. There'll be another tutorial on how to make your own, like, what lights is it? It's the, like we'll say softbox lights, like these. It's not making like the full thing, like the mid thing in that. It's not like making that, it's just an easier way using cloner tool and stuff like that. So once you've got that, just get a wee quick render. You can see slight reflections, top here, top and bottom. But what you want to do, if you're using overhead softboxes and stuff, just turn the brightness up slightly, and it gives it a much, it looks better. Right, obviously the final image is not done yet because I need to put my render settings in. I'm going to do 1920 by 1080. This is just going to be a much quicker way of doing it. Save as, make sure you save when you're bringing in a Photoshop. Make sure it's a PNG. We'll save it as F tutorial, and make sure alpha channel's ticked because that means it gives a transparent background. And anti, I don't know how to say it, but this bit here, make sure that's 2x2 and best, and global illumination. To make the render settings quicker, put it on low. Just leave that the same. I usually change that sometimes, but it doesn't make a difference. The only thing it does is that it just gives it a much better look to it, I think, slightly anyway. People have got an eye for it to use it. And to get the final image, what you want to do is you get your panel here, play next frame, end frame, go one frame, that's all you need to do. Render that, just get a wee quick test render. It will take longer because they'll see the reflections and stuff, but that's how you do it, right? So what we'll do is, in fact, we'll put it down a wee bit. We'll put it at 1280. We'll put it 1280 by 720, right? And hit render, right? So this is rendered on my desktop. Most people will be wondering, maybe asking, why have you got 4 squares, right? It depends on your CPU, your processor, or if you've got quad core, dual core, single core, 6 cores, 3 cores, because you got variations, right? I've got a quad core, that's why you see the 4 squares. That's it. So that's how you do it. People were like, why are you even doing that as a tutorial? I know my desktop's full of stuff, but there's the final image. That's how you do it. I hope I've helped. If there's any problems, just leave a comment saying, hey, how'd you do this, how'd you do that, and I'll respond as quickly as I can. So yeah guys, take it easy, hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I know it's on for quite a bit, but it's a really good, useful effect for Photoshop, for using Photoshop, backgrounds, recruitment challenges for clans, anything, right? So yeah, see, subscribe and stuff.